Hello traders and welcome in a new daily market analysis video on the 30th of March 2022. This video is brought to you by the market research team at PU Prime. Let's have a look on the markets. What do we expect during the day? What do we have on our economic agenda? And how could we trade using our technical analysis tools? Please stay tuned. On the 30th of March, Wednesday, basically the economic agenda showed some important speeches from ECB President Christine Lagarde. Basically, the first one should start in 15 minutes and the other one should start roughly in one or more than 1 hour from now. We also have the ADP non-farm employment change, which is sort of an indicator for the real NFP numbers that should be announced next Friday. Markets are basically excited to know the NFP numbers for March, which should basically affect the US dollar on the short term. We also have the GDP numbers for the fourth quarter from the US economy, which is supposed to basically show more positive than expected, or more positive than the last reading. The last reading for the third quarter was basically 2.3%. We are expecting a 7.1% increase in the GDP for the US economy during the last year. Basically, we also have the weekly crude oil inventories. The oil has been trading in a volatile move, so markets are basically waiting for the crude oil inventories to know what will happen on the short and the medium term, especially that the geopolitical tensions are somewhat de-escalating at the moment between Russia and Ukraine. That was all for the economic agenda. Let's have a quick look on the charts and the technical analysis. On the US dollar index, basically, we mentioned yesterday that we do have a resistance of levels 99.30. We expected a bearish move from those levels to retarget again the levels of equilibrium 95.50, 98.50, and the levels of support 97.85. Basically, we had this brilliant move to the downside. However, on the 30 minutes time frame, it seems to me that we are starting to have a bullish divergence basically on the momentum indicators. So the momentum is no longer able to create new lower lows. And this basically mentions or means that as soon as we touch the support levels, we might have a retracement back to the upside again to target the levels of 98.50. So our technical view on the dollar index during the day is basically a move to target 98.50. There could be a possible scenario to go long on the dollar index during the day. However, we should and we must wait for a bullish price action to appear first. Any bullish candle stick to appear around the levels of support 97.80, 97.85 should be a good opportunity to go long on the dollar index and to target the 98.50 equilibrium level. Basically, the euro came back again to test the important resistance levels of 1.1130, the important structure that basically the euro broke below earlier in February. We are having another retest here, and on the 30 minutes time frame we can see that there is a bearish divergence. So I do really expect that this resistance level should hold. We will not be able to break above the levels of resistance. So any bearish price action that forms on the euro 4-hour chart around 1.1130 should also be a good opportunity to short the euro versus the US dollar. Same thing goes basically for the pound versus the US dollar. However, the euro looks much more appealing and much more the opportunity on the euro looks much more better to me. Having a look on the euro versus the pound, we basically managed to break above, or it is trying to break above the resistance level 0.8470. However, on the 30 minutes time frame we can still see that we do have a bearish divergence. So I really do doubt that this break is a confirmed one. We will be waiting for this to turn out as a false break to short back again to the levels of 0.8385. That was all for today's daily market analysis video. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for another one tomorrow and please stay safe.